Hello everybody! Hello Brodu! Welcome back! We are going to play some more AI the Somnium Files. We got an ending yesterday, so we gotta go back somewhere and go down a different route. And I think we have a couple options. We have a couple different sinks that we can go back to, I think. So, something can definitely split here. Oh no, not here. It's weird because it's pink. Are all the sinks pink? I think they're all pink. Okay. Back here? Yes. Okay, so this is Ota's dream. Ota's somnium. And we had to choose between like which way to divert his attention. So maybe this will be the Ota route. We'll fast forward a bit. Alright, we had to lay on here. Oh, you heard a glub glub?
The ice on the floor is slick.
I'm drinking hot apple cider because it is very cold and wet here. That's really expensive. I don't want to do something so expensive. Let's find something cheaper.
The door.
Hey Alice, good afternoon. These are all expensive too. Where's the cheap stuff at, huh? I think maybe the stuff with Iris was cheap.
Iris is on the platform.
Yeah, here we go. These are cheap. We'll do all of them to get the cheap bonuses.
Iris!
You're under a storm warning. Oh heck.
Are you okay? Tessa!
Guess she's not waking up.
I'm northeast myself, so
Iris is on the platform.
I might be in the same boat and just unaware of it. You want it to snow? I will send you all my snow, bro. You can have it all.
Tessa's catchphrase.
Okay. So now we got some good time notifiers.
The ice on the floor is...
And we'll lie down. Ah, thank you, Alice. Thank you. Nice timing. Yeah, I don't want it to snow yet because I have to buy replacement snow boots. And I haven't gotten them yet. Because I'm very indecisive.
A plate attached to the shelf. The cold has frosted over it.
Breathe on it, punch it, wipe off. Probably breathe on it to melt it, right?
But then, something strange happened.
What's happening? Oh, that's bright.
What is this?
That was easy. There were a bunch of the different frosted tiles, so I thought I'd have to do all of them. See, that's what reminds me.
We're out of options!
But we believe that it's so Seijima in the costume, so why does he have the knife from Ota's mom?
Tessa!
Bonk.
If this was another, I would have died already. Next time, you will get me. That's just destiny.
Another. That anime's kind of old. That was quite a few years ago.
No! I will fight destiny and win!
So he says.
I'm the one who has to help him.
We have to make Hero of Justice Ota fight back and look cool doing it.
Alright, how do we make you look cool, Ota? So there's this sparkly thing over here. It's been bothering me this whole time.
A plate attached to the shelf. The cold has frosted over.
Hey Flex! How's it fangin'? It's fangin', pretty good. How are you doing today?
would be happier about D.
I'm sure.
How do I get that thing? What is it? Ugh. There's something there.
A wooden box.
Push, investigate, break. Let's investigate it.
Only a wooden box.
C.
Either that or the Pandora's box from Mars.
From Mars?
Doubt it.
I've heard of Pandora's box, but not Mars being
A
associated.
forklift.
Well, thank you for
What?
chilling here.
Sortie?
This is Ota's world, right? Your role in this dream is to assist Ota in his fight against the polar bear.
Lousy Ota. Thanks to him, my image as a cool intellectual has been destroyed. All systems green. Synchronization rate 6%. Now, cargo handling car. Forklift. Sortie!
I still don't get this reference. Oh heck, bad internet?
Hey, forklift! Fork over that weapon now!
I can't be helpful, and thank you for coming by. Either way, Flex. Even if people just stop and say hi, I always appreciate
Can't
it.
stand. I'm weak.
Did he really help Iris like that?
We have no choice but to have Ota do it. We need him to stand up.
Agent Dante, you've got 4 minutes.
A plate attached to the shelf. The
We've
cold
got
has
extra
frosted
time, so
over.
I'm just gonna interact with some of these just for fun.
I rubbed the frost off, but nothing is happening.
Punch
A
it,
plate
Aiba!
attached to the shelf.
Bam!
Rocket
Pow!
punch!
You don't have a rocket punch function.
Not yet.
Not ever.
Rip. Okay. Yeah, cheer on Ota. But I think cheering him on uses up all the time.
An oil drum, though it is lying down.
Smell it, let's fill it. Oh, thirsty puppy.
War has changed.
What are you talking about, Aiba? War never changes.
What is this all of a sudden?
A cardboard box would suit the mood better.
So war has changed with cardboard boxes and oil drums?
Oh, is this like a Metal Gear reference?
Well, yeah,
Sounds peaceful.
but enough of that. What do we do now?
That must be like a Metal Gear.
You have 3 minutes, Dante.
Can I roll
Oil
it while I'm
drum.
in it? No, okay. I was like, can you like hamster wheel this? Be interesting. It is a Metal Gear reference. Okay, cool. I don't get the reference, but at least I can figure out what franchise it's from.
Acetone? ASAT? A plate attached to the cold has frosted.
I think these things are all just, yeah, there's red herrings.
Yeah, D's don't really do it for me. They have to be at least an F.
There is no end to your desire.
Well, back to work.
There seems to be nothing here.
You okay with this?
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
I think she burped. Alright, Oda, we gotta cheer you on.
Ota is still down.
Now, previously I motivated him. Let's try something else though this time. Calm.
Ota, first, You calm down.
The ghost inside me whispered. That's right. I was ready for this when I first stepped foot inside.
Okay, so I think no matter what you say, it works.
From start to finish, I'm a climax all the way! There!
The knife.
Why?
Yeah, it's the one from his mom. That knife belonged to Ota's mother. That's interesting though, because in this version, the bear doesn't get injured by the hook. So what we do in the Somnium actually changes what happened when Ota and the bear were fighting, it seems like?
Sorry that I had to get rough with you, kid.
Seriously, dude? Come on.
So sorry, Ota. Date told me to be the bad cop.
I did not.
Temper, temper.
Whatever. Anyway, Ota, I have some things I want to ask you. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Let me get right down to it. Your mother, Mayumi Matsushita, was at the warehouse, wasn't she?
What are you talking about?
Was she there?
Why would she be? That happened at 3 a.m. She was at home asleep.
Then why did we find evidence at the crime scene?
Evidence?
Sure, it might not prove she was there, but it makes it likely. The evidence is...
The chocolate and the knife. I mean, this one had her fingerprints. I took it out of my pocket and showed him.
The Hodoroki man chocolate.
the same one I showed you at the hospital. I found it in the corner of the cold storage warehouse.
So? That doesn't prove anything.
Mayumi's fingerprints were on the package.
What?
You have a bad poker face, Ota. Your reaction tells me Mayumi didn't give this to you and you dropped it on your own.
That information is confirmed. Ota's fingerprints were not found on the package.
Mom isn't the killer!
I didn't say that she was. I'm saying that she was at the scene. And so were you.
Wait a minute. Why do you think Mayumi isn't the killer, Ota?
Because I was face to face with that polar bear when we fought. I could tell it wasn't my mom even through the costume. And no matter what happened, there's no way that my mom would stab me.
Why are you covering for her?
Covering?
That's why you're lying to me, right?
I'm not.
Are you sure about that? You must have seen direct evidence of Mayumi being at the warehouse, but you're hiding that from us. Or maybe even you're starting to suspect her.
Excuse me.
I am not.
Sure.
What are you accusing me of anyway? What do you think
Thank
I'm
you for
hiding?
The knife.
The kitchen knife with a floral pattern. Mom,
Thanks,
I
Flex.
love you always is carved on the handle.
Ota gave me that knife for Mother's Day when he was in elementary school. He knows how much I love flowery designs.
You were stabbed by that very same knife.
How do you know that? The criminal ran away with the knife. No one was supposed to see it.
I knew it.
No, my mom didn't do it.
Then why did you not mention the kitchen knife earlier?
Because I know how it looks. I thought Mom would get accused, and then she would have been brought in here and interrogated. I didn't want to put her through that. And
And?
Mom never liked Tessa.
We know from a different timeline that his mom actually has dementia.
So maybe, just maybe, Mom hired someone to kill Tessa, and she gave them that kitchen knife. I don't know. I thought of it that way. Like that would ever happen. I know it sounds crazy, but after I saw that knife, I just lost it.
I don't think Mayumi could afford to hire So Seijima, unless the killer's a different person this time around.
Please, you have to believe me. Mom isn't a serial killer.
Yeah, I agree.
You do?
I do. I don't think it's possible for Mayumi to have kidnapped Iris. Because...
The 2 cars. This alone isn't enough. I need more evidence. I guess let's look at them.
Okiura Fishery is a company owned by Mizuki's grandfather. However, the management team changed 17 years ago. It currently has no connections to the Okiura family, and allegedly, Mizuki's grandfather was raised by dolphins.
Is it
Odoroki
because she
Man
bought
chocolate.
this?
This was
certain
discovered
time?
in the corner of the warehouse. Mayumi Matsushida's fingerprints were found on the package. Mayumi purchased the chocolate yesterday at 10:33 p.m.
Yeah, I mean that's when ASAP was being
Purchase was
kidnapped.
made at an 812 convenience store. The store was located.
Okay. So it's the timing for the chocolate.
the Matsushida's van was stolen from the parking lot of the Famista while Iris was in the car. That was yesterday, 10:32 p.m. 1 minute later at the 812, which was about 100 yards away, Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate. She entered the 812 about a minute earlier. This was all caught on security cameras at the store. That means it's impossible that Mayumi could have taken the van. And that means that Mayumi being the polar bear is also next to impossible.
Phew.
However, I can't completely clear her.
What?
You said it yourself. She could have hired someone to commit the crime.
But that was...
In any case, I need to hear from Mayumi herself. I need to hear her explain the chocolate, the knife. There's a lot to cover.
I wonder if we'll get to sync with his mom.
I'm gonna head to Matsushita Diner.
What? Hey, wait a minute!
Don't worry. I'm not going there to arrest her. I'm going there to clear her of suspicion.
Really?
Yes.
You won't arrest her?
Your mother wouldn't kill anyone, right, Ota?
Thank you, Date.
Sorry for the late night, Miss Matsushita, but I have some questions I need to ask you. Could you spare some time?
I finally remembered about the warehouse. I did it. I did everything.
Excuse me?
I didn't do this last night because I wanted to give you a chance to calm down. How are you, now that you've slept on it?
What are you talking about?
I'll be honest, I don't think you're the killer. You're giving us a false confession.
No, it's true.
But the only person she would want to cover for is Ota, right?
I kidnapped that witch. I took her to the warehouse and
Put her on the table and pulled her eyeball out?
yes.
You shouldn't be feeding her the info.
And the polar bear costume?
I bought it through mail order.
I mean, that would be easy enough to confirm.
And you were the one wearing it?
Yes, that's right.
Date, the criminal has confessed. Arrest her immediately.
You got to the top of Abyss acting like that?
I heard that she used to be an actress.
Sounds about right.
A desk in the middle of the room. A camera used for interrogation. There are pipes on the walls of the room. This room's reflected in the mirror. Mayumi looks tense. Why did you want to stream it online?
Because the world needs to see that witch die.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Morgan. Welcome back.
Just a quick question, Mayumi. Do you know anything about online streaming?
I'm not stupid.
Oh my gosh,
I
another
might
glitch.
be old, but
Could you explain it to me?
Huh?
Step by step. Just tell me what you did.
Where did the rest of her
Explain
body
it in
go?
words. It's more like muscle memory.
She's transcending.
I was able to get it working after trying a few times, that's all.
Where did you get the camera and laptop?
I picked them out of the garbage.
Which garbage?
I don't remember. It's true, I planned the whole thing.
She must think that Ota did it somehow. Were you the one who stabbed Ota?
Well,
You were in the polar bear costume, right? That means you stabbed him.
yes, I stabbed him with the knife I brought from home. I wasn't trying to hurt him. He fought me, and then it just...
Why did you kidnap Iris?
My son is under that witch's spell. Merchandise, concerts. She's bleeding him dry. I wanted to snap him out of it. I wanted to save him.
Why did you take out her eye?
Because I just hated her so much. Killing her wasn't enough.
About the Cyclops killings.
What do you know about the Cyclops killer? We call the criminal we're after the new Cyclops killer.
I know. They killed Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura.
That's right. Both corpses were found with their left eye pulled out. Same as Iris. This leads us to believe that the crimes were all committed by the same person. So this person in the polar bear costume, they are the new Cyclops killer. And you're telling me that person is you? You killed Shoko and Renju?
Yes, I killed them.
What was your motive?
Isn't Renju Okiura the president of that awful company where the witch works? He's just as responsible, using her to steal time and money from vulnerable kids. And I'm sure he was debaucherous and degenerate. That man is the root of all evil. That's why I killed him.
Then why did you kill Shoko?
Renju's ex-wife, right? I did it to get to him.
But the two divorced 4 years ago.
That doesn't matter. The bonds of matrimony are eternal.
In your opinion, I don't think Renju felt the same way.
You are really starting to aggravate me. I answered your questions, so there.
When and how did you kill her?
Well, I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? Do you really think that lie is gonna work?
I have a memory disorder. I don't always remember everything. It's not my fault.
But you remember the cold storage warehouse.
There are times I remember and times I don't remember.
But Iris didn't die, right, in this timeline?
It changes.
She should still be alive, right?
Date, Mayumi is not lying about that in particular. There are circumstances that might cause selective memory. For whatever reason, her memory might not have been stored properly in her mind.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe she did die. Oh, they don't have it. I thought they'd have something here like current status, alive or dead. But I guess not. Oh, you think she's still okay, Brodif? Okay.
This is not uncharacteristic for those suffering from dementia.
Why are you lying, Mayumi?
I am not lying.
You do know that perjury is a crime, right?
I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I killed Shoko and Rinju, and I tried to cut that demon witch in half.
Date, there's no point in letting this go on. She's clearly lying.
You seemed convinced earlier.
His head! His head! Is this what you guys are talking about? Nice bun, Date. It's like I've been looking at Mayumi.
I was kidding. I don't think she's the killer.
I am the killer! I am!
Right now, we have to rely on hard evidence. The Odoroki Man chocolate that Mayumi bought was found at the warehouse.
If Mayumi was at the scene before Ota,
She may have seen the criminal's face.
So
You know
why
what
is
I'm
she
going to
protecting
say,
the
right?
criminal?
Date, sync with her.
How would she get there before Ota, though? Oh, no, I remember. Ota had to go to a net cafe to track the GPS. So she went there and saw someone
Computer,
other
we're
than
going to
Ota
sync with
and is
Mayumi
trying to protect
Matsushita.
them.
Prepare the machine.
Who else would she try and protect? The only person I can think of is her dead husband, but he's dead.
What happened?
The sync machine isn't operating to capacity. Yesterday's sync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
Compatible?
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
How long will it take to fix?
16 hours, at least.
You've got 8.
But that's impossible.
So we can't sync yet, huh?
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner.
Look for clues.
We may be able to find some clues.
Good idea.
We can find out who else Mayumi would try and protect. I let Boss and Pewter know.
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs. I'll be back in 6 hours.
But you said 8. Please, you have to give me at least 8.
That Pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
Hey!
guy.
This is a hostile work environment!
Alright, so we're gonna go to the diner. What kind of clues could there be at the diner?
Why would Mayumi lie?
She is probably protecting someone.
But who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Ota, right? Dashboard, glove box. Iris? I'm just gonna guess all the wrong answers.
Mayumi hates Iris. I doubt she would protect her.
You're right.
So Seijima?
Congressman Sejima has no connection to Mayumi. Or do you know something I don't?
No, sorry. Just a guess.
No need to apologize. I know that the brilliant mind of Kaname Date wouldn't waste my time throwing out random guesses.
Yes, I would.
I am sure I will agree with you once you explain your reasoning. In detail.
You don't have to bully me. I was just thinking out loud.
Mizuki?
This is bad. His condition is worsening. Perhaps we need to increase the dose. Or reduce it?
I can hear you muttering, you know.
It's gotta be Ota.
It's Ota.
It has to be.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris. Mayumi saw the whole thing.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
Why would he do that?
To act like a hero. Have we found out what she's referring to with the dose thing? Not really. I can't tell if she's joking, but they've just been implying that Date is medicated for something.
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
Impossible.
Why?
Iris had her eye taken out.
Iris had her left eye pulled out. Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
Why?
What?
Or even asked Ota to do it? Perhaps she ordered him to.
Do they think the whole thing is staged? The van stolen at the Fangy stole.
The van was stolen while Iris was in the passenger seat. We know that whoever did it is the culprit we're looking for.
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat. She could have been driving.
How so?
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
But forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
That can be explained. It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
I mean, I know she's an internet idol, but like, I still feel like pulling out your eyeball would be going a bit too far. I don't think someone would willingly do that. That's a stretch. And yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
That was just a dream. It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality.
I don't understand.
In short, Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a performance.
A performance?
It's too extreme.
Iris drove the Matsushida's van. Ota drove the station wagon. They went to the warehouse separately. Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it. Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it.
I don't believe that.
After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw. Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume, and then...
Stay away from Tessa!
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event. It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
So she lied to protect Ota.
Yes, but this is only a theory.
Why would they do that?
Consider the possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
Then, this whole thing was to get her off the suspects list. That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself. It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory. It is one of many possibilities.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
Date, you must consider the mental state of the serial killer. Shoko and Renju were both exposed and displayed. And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive. Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
We can't rule anything out.
But we, the player, know that the beta sync machine removes your eye. So it's not like it was like a form of torture or anything. It's because they were synced with. Psychopath detective. There is a little bit of a psychopath feel sometimes.
Why are you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her! Why?
All the dishes are pretty cheap. There's a menu on the table. Disposable chopsticks. Okay, I'm guessing he doesn't feel like describing any of this stuff, but I'm still gonna take a look. 'Cause you never know. Or if even the cat doesn't get a reaction, then probably nothing. It looks like Ota has calmed down. Are you worried about Iris?
So worried that my stomach is in knots. The surgery was successful, but they told me she isn't out of the ICU yet.
Why are you here?
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me. They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital. That's why I'm here.
It's not like Mayumi's under arrest.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, yes, but as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying, so we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
That's what I've been saying! Mom didn't do it, she's innocent!
Is Iris the criminal?
Word is going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju.
Oh, hey JD, thank you for lurking. Thank you for saying hi. Hope you have a good day.
And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
No way! Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself, or asked you to do it.
You're kidding me, right? Do you really think I would do that? I was fighting for my life against the criminal!
That wasn't caught on camera, though. Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
You're saying that I stabbed myself?
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something, would it, Ota?
You...
Did you stage the warehouse incident?
I'm telling you, I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Mom is protecting me?
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone. The only person I can think of would be you.
Why?
Apparently she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
Maybe because of her condition. Mom has... dementia. Maybe her memory is just mixed up.
About Mayumi's dementia.
Everything is my fault. It's because of me that Mom is... I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good. You know Bloom Park is close by here, right? People who visited the park would stop here a lot. But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah. We're just barely outside of the restricted area, but because Bloom Park closed, the number of customers dropped by a lot. The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant chain during the day, and he was a security guard and traffic cop at night.
Yeah, I'm always suspicious because the dad has a Sprite. So I'm like, why did they bother giving him a Sprite?
Mom worked as a janitor. They were both working hard and barely got any sleep.
And you?
I was just a high school student at the time. I was such a dumbass. I thought it was totally normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job. And they bought me a PC and idol concert tickets. I had it good, but we were drowning in debt.
Debt?
There's a loan on the house and the diner. Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up, so they slaved day and night to keep it open. They worked and worked and worked. Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university, but right after I started, Dad...
Passed away?
Yeah, he had a heart attack. From overwork. But even then, I didn't get it, you know? I didn't appreciate how hard they worked for me. Even when I wasn't taking college seriously and getting bad grades, my mom didn't say a thing. She just smiled and told me that it was okay, even when I told her I was going to drop out. Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Wow, a writer. Well, that's a good goal to have. But you really should finish college. You worked so hard to get in.
You don't understand, Mom. A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity. I won't have time to go to classes.
Yeah, he's actually 24, but he doesn't look it at all.
Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
Excuse me.
Is that right? Well, Ota, if you say so, I won't stop you.
Thank you, Brodoof. Yeah, Oda looks like a Pokemon trainer.
Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it.
Thank you,
And
Flex.
no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay? Forever and ever. I'll always support you, Ota.
Thank you, C1. No, thank you, Alice. You lied about the editor thing, right?
Yeah, how do you guess? It was really just a few texts back and forth, but I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that. But it's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel. Not even once. I always give up after the first 5,000 words.
Just write short stories then.
To even apply for the amateurs contest, you have to submit 10 times that. But Mom, she kept supporting me.
Yes, this is definitely the Ota route. When did Mayumi's illness start?
Not long after I quit college, Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally. One day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota? Do you have the day off from school?
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Sorry. Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already.
Oh, did you? By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
This feels bad.
Mom got sick because I'm such a piece of shit. I was only thinking about myself. I didn't take care of her. I was so stupid, I didn't realize she was sick. I thought she was messing with me. I was so cruel to her for no reason. And she got worse and worse.
About that picture.
What's that picture?
Oda turned the photo frame to me so I could see.
Looking at this photo reminds me, one time when I was a kid, I said something really bad to Mom and Dad, and they scolded me for it. And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried. That's what this photo is from. Why did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Hey, Aiba.
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit, but I can't imagine that this guy's the criminal.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
Your presumption is illogical.
Human beings are illogical. We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time. But we make up for it in one very important way.
What is that?
Intuition.
Do you find that useful?
It could be that Iris is the culprit and she's just manipulating Ota.
At times. Aiba, let's go back to the cold storage warehouse. We might be missing something.
Understood.
Oda's sitting with a depressed look on his face. Bum, 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 bum.
Date, weren't you going to check the warehouse?
I was, but a thought occurred to me.
Oh? Maybe we'll check the van. A red barrier line wraps around the scene. A forklift. The water of
Date,
Tokyo
look!
Bay.
A tonguefish on the ocean floor.
Tonguefish.
What's a tonguefish?
A flat fish, like the sole of a shoe.
You can see all the way down there?
Of course I can. My vision and my looks are my best qualities.
Stacked containers. If I put that corner container in an empty slot, would the bottom line disappear? Warehouse is all in a line.
Iba, what's in this box?
Your favorite kind of reading material, and a lot of it.
Score.
Academic research papers on criminology?
No, the kind that features gratuitous nudity.
Wooden box. I've got to make up some excuse to grab that box. There's an oil drum.
I'm drum, I'm on.
You say strange things sometimes.
This crane looks like it could pierce the sky.
Just like my you-know-what.
What is your you-know-what?
It could only be one thing.
Oh, your ego?
No, not my ego.
Definitely the ego. This crane is towering.
Iba, are you sure that Ota took this car?
As I've already explained, the security cameras at the Famisto parking lot saw the entire incident clearly.
So it was definitely Ota who drove it here.
But did they see who was driving the other car?
Why are you stating the obvious?
Were they in the same parking lot? Ota's the one who drove the station wagon. A police officer. He says he doesn't have any new information. The police officer. Okira Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse.
Iba, who drove the van here?
There are two possibilities. Either Iris, or the criminal who kidnapped Iris.
And Mayumi?
Considering the time that she purchased the chocolate, that would be almost impossible. The van was hijacked from the Famisto parking lot at 10:32 p.m. At that time, Mayumi was in the 812 convenience store more than 100 yards away.
We found the chocolate Mayumi bought on the floor of the cold storage warehouse. But that doesn't prove she was actually at the scene. If she was, how did she get here? She
That's what I
wasn't in
wanna
the
know,
van or the
too.
station wagon.
Of course, a different car. I will search for all vehicles that were in this area from Sunday night to Monday morning.
Iba connected to the N system server and began her research. She got a result in no time.
Found one hit. A taxi.
Where's that taxi now?
It is parked in Lemniscate's parking lot.
At Lemniscate. Why?
Unknown, but we should speak with the driver immediately.
New NPC. So almost certainly not her. New NPC! New NPC! Bum bum bum. Bum,
Hey,
bum, bum.
got a minute?
Are you talking to moi?
Moi?
Date,
He's
now
French.
is not the time to be distracted by this.
Mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
Moi? I am but a humble taxicab driver.
There we go.
I'm with the police. I have some questions for you.
The company's logo, Lemniscate.
Ah, this is Magnus Spiel.
How do you know?
Magnus Field's promotional video is playing. A door. There's probably an office back there. A potted
Date,
plant.
Look, an antlion. Yay! Go antlion.
Iba has a strong fascination with insects. Lots of magazines in that rack.
Featured. Anyone can run a pyramid scheme. I believe I'll purchase that on my way home.
No, down with pyramid schemes. A vending machine full of drinks.
A high stool. It's like a tall seat.
Why are you stating the obvious?
A high table? Sofa.
king.
Don't.
There's a low table in front of the sofa. Hey, Stormfrog! I'm trying to solve mysteries at least. There's an abstract painting displayed on the wall.
Oh, have you taken note of the painting? It is titled Lions Fishing. Carpe diem.
How are you doing today, Storm? A large window, and we got our favorite, the receptionist. It's her with the big boobs. About Iris.
What? You're too far away. I can't hear you.
I walked closer to the receptionist.
Oh, I can't believe Tessa became a victim too. It's like, seriously, can you not?
Can you not? I'm just gonna say that to serial killers from now. Like, can you not? Thank you, Stormfrog. Thank you for believing in my cryptid brain.
What if I'm next? Freaks me out. Date, could you introduce me to some big, strong man who can protect me?
I'm a big, strong man.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine on your own.
No, I'll totally die.
Bum, bum, bum. Is it business as usual here?
What? You gotta come closer. I can't hear you.
Oh my god, they're gonna do this gag again.
Well, what can I say, you know? The biz is harsh, schedules are tight. If we shut down for even a day, we'd throw everyone else's schedules off. So they want to avoid that, of course.
Okay, one more. Do you want to get food sometime?
Huh? I can't hear you.
I walked closer to the receptionist.
Oh, you asked me out before, didn't you? But it's kind of complicated. I told you, I am reptilian.
That's okay, I'm okay with that.
But you were just joking, right?
No, I'm serious. I only eat vegetables.
I am fairly sure she means vegetarian.
Oh boy. A self-employed taxi driver. Where are you from?
I was born in Kawago, Saitama.
Kawago? Isn't that Kawagoe?
And why do you talk like that?
I don't know what you mean. I've spoken this way all my life. My parents speak with the same vernacular.
What are you doing here?
I have just finished conveying my client from Tameke Sano's studio. I was informed that the visit here would be brief, and thus I have decided to wait in this lobby.
About Mayumi. Before I arrived at Lemniscate, I got a picture of Mayumi from Abyss. I showed it to the driver.
Did you drive this passenger on Sunday night?
I got a joke ending last night. We kept asking the receptionist to go to a hot spring town, and eventually she said yes, and I got an ending where I just abandoned my case and ran off with her.
Oh, I did indeed. I remember her well. The old hag.
Don't call her old hag.
Old hag?
I took her on a tour of the streets of Tokyo. Our ultimate destination was the warehouse district in Ariake.
Why didn't you report this to the police?
Reported?
You don't know about the incident at the cold storage warehouse? It was all over the news.
No, I'm afraid not. Newspapers and television news programs have never been much of an interest to moi. I recall it was around 10 in the evening. Near the Kabasaki district, an unassuming restaurant named Matsushita Diner. That's where I picked up the old hag.
Stop calling her that!
And as soon as she stepped foot in my conveyance, she was already barking orders at me. Follow that van, hurry! I must admit, I found it rather exciting, just like an old chase film. I, of course, insisted that I be paid up front. We pursued the van for roughly half an hour. Suddenly, the van came to a halt at a convenience store.
The Famisto along Koshu, right?
Precisely right. I am surprised you know that. In any case, I knew that the jig would be up if we were seen following the van.
Oh, so that's why she bought the chocolate?
So I decided to drive past it. I parked at the 8 store, but 100 yards from there, while waiting for the object of our pursuit to make its next move. The old hag suddenly spoke up. "I have to buy something," she declared, then made her way into the 8.
This must be when Mayumi bought the Odoroki man chocolate.
My confusion is, why did she buy the chocolate? Did she just like forget what she was doing and she bought it?
A few minutes later, the old hag finished making her purchases and walked out. And then, at that very moment, I witnessed the van jet off at great speed down Koshu. I hurried the old hag inside my vehicle, then resumed the chase. We followed them for roughly half an hour more.
I see. If the driver's story is correct,
So Mayumi got there before Ota did.
Mayumi did not know that Ota was left behind at the Famisto.
Mayumi thought Ota was in the van the whole time.
We then arrived at a splendid manor.
Wait,
The
what?
van entered the premises through the front gate and disappeared from view.
What?
We, of course, could not follow, so we waited outside. I estimate another 10 minutes passed. The front gate opened once again, and the van drove out, and we pursued.
It's gonna be so Seijima's house, I bet.
But 30 minutes later, our pursuit was foiled again.
What happened?
The van drove into the restricted Kabasaki district. The old hag, of course, demanded that I follow, but I was not about to risk my license and livelihood. Instead, I parked on the road and waited for the van to drive back the way it came. But of course, we knew it might not take the same road back. In fact, we were not even sure the van would be coming back at all. But the old hag was not keen on giving up, so we began our stakeout. About 45 minutes later, the date had changed at this point. It was 12:25 a.m. on Monday.
He has a really good memory, honestly.
How do you remember the time so well?
Well, you see, I always keep my radio dial on the same station. I remember precisely which programs were playing during this endeavor. Thus, I can approximate the time.
I see. Please continue.
At 12:25 a.m., the old hag's tenacious gamble paid dividends. The van returned down the same street. And thus, we again made pursuit. I kept considerable distance. We had come so far, I did not want to get caught now.
This guy totally reads like mystery novels, I think.
But my caution backfired. I lost sight of the van in the Ariake warehouses. Without so much as a thank you, the old hag popped open the door and took off toward the warehouses. I waited for some time, but the old hag did not return. The goose was cooked at this point, so I made the decision to return home. I am glad I had the foresight to ask for payment in advance.
I have one more question.
I follow your story. I have one more question. Where is this manor the van stopped at?
It's gotta be so Seijima's.
Oh, every taxi driver in the city knows that residence. It is the personal home of Congressman So Sejima.
Yeah, I knew it.
Sejima? Why did the van go to So's house?
We need to speak with him immediately.
Agreed. Let's move.
A self-employed taxi driver. Okay, so it sounds like So might still be the culprit in this timeline, too. His backyard
no one
is so
here.
pretty.
Indeed.
I don't see So or his bodyguards.
I do not detect them either.
Let's go inside.
That's Snoop. Snoop, Snoop, Snoop. Snoop, Snoop, Snoop. Let's read his diary. The culprit was Fangy all
Aiba.
along. No, I'm innocent.
Do you smell something funny?
You are aware that I do not possess the sense of smell, correct?
Is this a trap? Is he gonna burn his house?
Oh, right.
Oh no. Oh no. I remember this from a different timeline. He was murdered and stuffed in this vase. An expensive looking table in the middle of the room. There's a cushion on top of the chair. A folding screen. They really want me to look at the vase. Yeah, he was murdered in one of the timelines. I don't remember which one. The timeline stuff makes it very confusing to remember what happened when. A hanging scroll.
There's something strange about this vase. Ugh.
What is it?
This is definitely where the smell is coming from.
Is there something inside?
Maybe, but the opening is covered by a metal plate.
The lid is fixed with a bolt. It will not open easily.
Yeah.
Break it.
Then, as is standard procedure...
Kick it. Yuck, 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 yuck.
What the?
Date, destroy the vase!
Got it.
I mean, shouldn't you leave it as is so that you can, like, look for fingerprints and stuff? On the outside? I don't think this is proper procedure. Ew, Jesus. And his eye's missing.
Sosajima?
So his body, cut into pieces.
That is the head of Sosajima.
Left eye is hollowed out.
This is most likely a crime committed by the new Cyclops killer.
But he's supposed to be the killer. Fragments of the broken vase.
Do you have an estimated time of death?
Today, sometime between 11 a.m. and noon.
Okay, so after last night.
That's about when I was talking to Ota at Matsushita Diner.
Okay, so Ota's innocent.
At that time, Mayumi was in police custody and Iris was in the ICU of Central
Wait,
Hospital.
so Shoko's dead, Renju's dead, Iris is in the hospital, I'm Ota's alibi, and Mayumi's in police custody. Who does that even leave? That leaves Hitomi, Mizuki, Mama? I mean, I feel like Hitomi's looking pretty sus after the most recent playthrough.
They have not moved.
That means Ota, Mayumi, and Iris couldn't possibly have committed the crime. Assuming that this is the work of a single killer, those three can be eliminated from the list of suspects.
Ota, Mayumi, and Iris are not the new Cyclops killer.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Flex. I was actually just drinking. Thank you. Yeah, apple cider.
By the way, why is there no one in the mansion? No bodyguards, no housekeepers.
I do not know.
Yeah, that's pretty suspicious because he always had his
Does
bodyguards.
So have family?
Sosajima's wife died in labor 30 years ago, giving birth to their son.
Oh, so in the previous playthrough, we found out that I'm Sosajima's son. So my mom died in labor with me.
Their son is currently living abroad.
No, he's not.
So lived here alone?
Do you find that suspicious?
What is Scrust, Flex?
No, just...
Date, a call from Pewter.
Is that like scared, stressed?
Connect me.
Date, the sync machine is up and running. You can sync with Mayumi now.
Oh, thanks, Pewter. But there are more pressing matters now.
Did something happen?
Yeah, I found Sosajima's body, with the left eye hollowed out.
What?
I'm at the Sajima household. Send the investigation team over.
Why so?
I can answer your questions when I get back to Abyss.
Got it.
Date, what is your plan? Wait until crime scene investigation arrives?
No, there's something I need to do.
Snoop, Snoop,
If
Snoop.
that taxi driver was telling the truth, Mayumi was at the warehouse yesterday. And we know the chocolate we found at the scene was hers. Maybe she saw something. Maybe she knows something we don't. Some kind of clue or information about the culprit.
Then...
Yeah. We're gonna sync with Mayumi.
Alright, let's bust this popsicle stand. Syncing with your mom. We're gonna have a synced with like every character by the end of this. Who have we not synced with? We haven't synced with Boss or Pewter.
A large-scale investigation of Sosejima has already begun. At this very moment, the media is already swarming outside the building.
Really? Doesn't matter. The sync is what's important. If we sink into Mayumi's brain, that might help us find the real culprit.
I understand. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then, let's begin.
You're probably right, Alice. Things are gonna be probably all mixed up chronologically.
Where am I?
Oh, hey Darth. Good afternoon.
Where is this?
I just posted some palm pics on Discord earlier too. I posted yesterday's.
Oh, silly me. This is my house. Huh? What happened to me?
This is Matsushita Diner, though it looks odd. Likely an effect of the dementia.
Then we need to help remind her.
Do you think such a thing can be done?
This diner means everything to Mayumi. If we do what we did last time and reproduce the actions from Mayumi's memories, we could help her remember everything.
Is this what you call your intuition?
Told you it was useful.
Well, if we must. Somnium scan! Activate!
How are you doing today, Darth? What are you up to? You got schoolwork? Bum. 20? Find Mayumi's lost memories. Sinking in the sustain. Bum, 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 bum. Looks like there's someone outside.
A calendar.
Today's date is...
The calendar reads 2 months ago. A wall clock.
The time is...
The hands have stopped.
No.
A swinging door that leads to the kitchen.
Ota, come over here.
Ota, come over here. Ota, Ota, a girly magazine came in the mail. Is this for Ota or for Dad?
Well, this is awkward, but there's no reaction.
I tried my best.
Let's investigate something else.
Alright, come on in, Ota.
The sliding door at the entrance. Who could that be?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Ota. You're late today.
Home.
Are you not hungry? Today's dinner is omelet rice. Your favorite. Dad isn't back yet, but you can start eating.
Again? I'm okay. I ate already.
But,
I'm fine.
Ota, wait! Ota?
Oh, now we have the
Part of
counter.
the diner has manifested.
Maybe this is one of the memories she forgot. It must be important to her, though.
It looks like a sad memory.
Doesn't matter if it's sad. It's still important.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Oh, the phone.
It's the phone. Maybe try picking it up?
Date.
Roger.
Now's not the time for your head to pop off. My husband?
My husband?
Yes, Matsushita Diner. Yes. Well, yes. Yes. What? My husband! Why? How could this happen?
Okay, that was lock number 1.
The diner has changed again. However,
These memories aren't all happy, but they are all significant.
if this continues, will it not have a negative effect on Mayumi?
Maybe. But we have to see this through. We have to.
Understood.
It's gotta be the cake.
A delicious cake.
I wonder who it's for.
Maybe congratulations, Ota? Related to his school?
Congratulations, Ota!
I'm home.
Ota! Congratulations on getting into the university, son! Congratulations!
Hooray! Congrats!
When they're story-based locks, it's pretty easy to figure out.
Hooray! Hooray!
Look at his hat. Okay, so we are going back in time with each of these.
Ota was quite the spoiled child, wasn't he?
He definitely had a lot of growing up to do. But that's what makes him so important to Mayumi.
I see.
Okay, so next up is probably taking the loan.
It's an envelope. Some kind of mail? This is a bank statement. The Matsushita family's loan.
Let's do our best.
Let's do our best.
We have to keep supporting Ota.
Okay. We'll work harder for Ota's dream.
We got 2 more.
We reproduced another painful memory.
This TV might be about the explosion.
No, not quite.
Are you certain? Mayumi was under a heavy burden of debt and stress running the diner.
That's true. But sometimes hardship is worth it.
Is that so?
Agent Date, you've got 4
We got a little
An
extra
old
time.
menu.
One ramen, please.
1 ramen, please. Wait a moment. What would me ordering anything accomplish?
I thought it might trigger Mayumi's memories of customers.
But Mayumi still thinks that customers frequent her diner, correct?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
An old menu.
Too long.
Autographs decorate the wall.
These are all wrong.
An old beer poster.
Todoroki Man's sticker.
It's a sticker from a chocolate candy.
Welcome home! Did you get it for me?
It?
This is Ota when he was small?
Chocolate.
Do you mean chocolate?
Yeah, Todoroki Man, remember? Oh, that. Yes, of course I bought it. Look, the Momonoke Man chocolate that you like.
Momonoke?
Here you go. That's not it. Oh, honey, I thought you liked the Momonoke Man chocolate. No, I told you. It's Todoroki Man. Oh, sorry. Your mom can be such a dummy sometimes. You're not just a dummy, you're a super dummy idiot! Oh, well, you're right, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm a big dummy.
I think I'm starting to understand how he came out so spoiled.
I'll buy you a real Momonoke Man soon. Stupid! It's not Momonoke Man, it's Todoroki Man! I hate this! I hate you, Mom! What? Wait, Ota! Where did you go? Please, come out from hiding, Ota. Ota, I'm sorry. Mommy won't make any mistakes anymore, Ota. Ota! Come back! Ota!
So that's probably what she was remembering when she stopped in the family store.
Ota? Takaro, don't leave me. Don't leave me alone. I am sorry, Ota. Ota! Takaro, I can't do this on my own. Don't leave me!
So that's what happened.
Date, look at what you've done. If Mayumi wakes up after all this trauma...
I know it's risky, but we're here for a reason.
What are you planning?
We have to keep going. Just a little more to awaken her past.
But...
If she loves her family this much, there has to be something. There has to be a precious memory hidden deep within.
Is that your intuition?
It is.
So we need to find a precious memory.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
A wall clock.
Turn back time or advance time. Guess we'll turn back. Back to when Oda was born, maybe?
Welcome home! Did you get it for me?
We've gone back in time. Time is a precious resource, Date. Don't waste it.
Stop nagging me. I'll figure it out.
Okay, apparently I wasn't supposed to do that.
A bucket.
Delicious!
It's a sticker from a chocolate candy.
Welcome home!
They're all way too long.
you mean A-set merchandise?
Huh? I didn't ask for the A-set meal.
When I first heard A-set, that's what I thought of. A-set and B-set meals.
I don't know what you're talking about, but gimme!
Alright, we'll go back to the previous checkpoint.
Date, we cannot continue.
No, we're not done yet. There has to be something.
Date, enough!
Iba's face broke there too. Okay, so retry. Lock 4.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
A wall clock.
Advance time. He really does, Alice. Okay, where are we going to? Maybe her precious memory is watching Oda be a hero.
Ota, sweetie!
Oh, it's the knife.
Mom!
The Mother's Day gift.
We know we can be a hassle sometimes, so... Huh, Ota.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom. You know, I love you. Forever and ever. Me too, Ota. I love you both so much. I'll love you both no matter what. Oh, forever and ever. Oh, I'll never forget this. Oh.
Yeah! We are a family. We can do anything.
Yes. Yeah.
Looks like it's okay to go back now.
Yes, I agree. By the way, Date.
Hmm?
I admit, it is useful every now and then.
What is?
Your...
Intuition.
Intuition.
Okay.
Ota, I'm so sorry for worrying you.
What do you mean?
Your mother retracted her confession.
I'm so glad.
Yes, yes.
But Mom, why did you think I did it?
About that.
I explained to Oda. On Sunday night, Mayumi was following the van driven by Ota in a taxi. But when the van was hijacked in the Family Store parking lot, Mayumi was at another convenience store nearby buying some chocolate. Because of that, she didn't see what happened. That's why Mayumi thought Ota was still in the van when it drove away. So she kept following it. The van drove all over Tokyo and eventually wound up in the warehouse district near the docks. Mayumi got out of the taxi and followed the van on foot. The van was later found at the Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. Mayumi walked into the warehouse and discovered the grisly scene.
A polar bear plucking out Iris's left eye? I was so terribly frightened. I panicked and ran.
Well, now this is interesting. She saw the polar bear pluck out the eye. So does that mean that her eye wasn't removed using a sync machine?
I'm sure that's when I dropped the chocolate. And I ran away from the warehouse as fast as I could. I just kept running and running. But while I was running, I had a thought. Maybe that polar bear was Ota. Because at the time, I thought Ota was the one driving the van. If Ota brought Iris to the warehouse, then Ota must have been the one in the suit. That's what I was thinking anyway.
So that's why.
So did she bring her knife with her and then she dropped it as well as the chocolate?
I'm so sorry that Mom doubted you, Ota.
No, I understand. It's my fault for making you worry.
Ota.
We need to ask her about the knife.
But there's one thing I don't get. Why did you buy that chocolate when you were following me?
Oh, because...
You liked Todoroki Man chocolate when you were young, right, Ota?
Yeah. I was like the number 1 or 2 collector of the stickers in my elementary school class. I stuck some of my duplicates all around the diner, too.
You and Mayumi have strong memories of that chocolate, right?
Yeah, but I guess they're not all sweet memories. They're like chocolate, you know? Bittersweet. Makes my heart hurt a little.
That's not it! Oh, honey, I thought you liked the Momonoke Man chocolate.
No! I told you! It's Todoroki Man!
Oh, sorry. Your mom can be such a dummy sometimes.
You're not just a dummy, you're a super dummy idiot!
Oh, well, you're right, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm a big dummy. I'll buy you a real Momonoke Man soon.
Stupid! It's not Momonoke Man, it's Todoroki Man!
After I yelled at her, Mom immediately went to buy me another chocolate. My dad came back from buying some ingredients at the same time and they ran into each other. My dad really let me have it.
How dare you speak to your mother like that?
Because Mom is stupid!
You're stupid to call your mother stupid! Your mother bought you that to make you happy. You need to think about how she feels. I didn't raise you like that.
But...
When she comes back, you apologize. Do you understand?
My dad told me to apologize as soon as Mom came back. But the guilt, I hurt my mother, you know? That guilt in my heart, it didn't go away. Even after I apologized to her. After that, things got awkward with Mom. But a few days later, my dad came up with an idea.
That's why they got the knife.
Hey, Ota, how about this? You know Mother's Day is coming up. Why don't we get a gift for your mom,
A gift?
That was the first time I had ever heard my dad say something like that.
You know how Mom always takes care of us. We should think of a way to pay her back.
What you doing, baby duck?
I'm sure my dad was trying to clear the air between all of us.
Good girl.
So, on Mother's Day, I used my New Year's money I saved up to buy my mom that flower knife. And my dad saved up a little money to buy the floral apron. And when Mom got her gifts, she started bawling. Like full-on crying.
I was wondering what the dad's gift had been.
I don't deserve all this. Thank you, thank you.
You do deserve it, Mom. I'm proud that you're my mom. Right, Dad?
Oh, yes. Mom is the best mom in the world.
Thank you. Thank you.
Say cheese!
They all blinked. They're gonna have to retake that.
Sorry, I lost track of time. What were we talking about again?
The Odoroki man chocolate. Why she bought the chocolate in the middle of tailing you.
Tailing?
Mom.
It could be due to her memory disorder. It is possible that her thought process was once again short-circuited.
Ota, I'm just going out on a limb here.
Huh?
Earlier I looked inside Mayumi's head.
Inside her head?
She was thinking of nothing but you. Her head was full of memories of you. Mayumi just wanted you to come back, Ota. So she bought that chocolate. The chocolate you loved as a kid. She thought she could get you back home with it. That's why I believe, in Mayumi's head, you're still young, Ota.
Huh?
I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, you're right, Date. That's why my mom bought the chocolate. She wanted her little kid back.
Just look at everything real quick. Yeah, they usually don't have any comments if you're in a serious scene. What happens now, Ota?
I was always so selfish. I made my mom go through such hard times. So from now on, I'm going to support her the way she supported me. I'll do anything. I'll deliver newspapers or be a janitor or anything. I'll work as hard as I can to make sure my mom can rest easy.
What about your dream of being an author?
Well, of course I'm not gonna give up on that. But I'll set my sights a little smaller. I'll start by writing a short story.
Let me read it when you're done.
Of course.
Ota's sitting up in the bed.
I'm sorry. Who are you again?
I'm Date. I'm Ota's friend.
Ota's friend? Is that right? I hope you
Something
two get
like
along.
that.
Oh, Mom.
Mayumi is sitting quietly. One last thing.
Oh, I forgot to tell you something important.
Something important?
I heard the nurses talking before I came in here. Iris is
set one
awake.
Really?
Yeah, she's due to be transferred from the ICU to the general ward.
Thank God.
You saved her life, you know. Maybe, just maybe.
Huh? Maybe what?
Nothing. See you, kid.
But what about the knife? They never explained the knife.
Is Iris your girlfriend?
Yeah, I'll introduce you next time. She's a great girl.
Oh my, I'm looking forward to it. Is she going to be your financier? Oh, maybe I should clean up a bit first.
Financer? Oh, fiancé.
Oh, yes! Yes, that's it!
Jeez, Mom.
Date, there are still many loose ends in this investigation.
Yeah, you're right. Looks like another all-nighter.
I feel like this is gonna be an ending. Maybe. Yeah. Well, that one was short. Maybe they'll give us
Has
another,
there been any progress in this Jima
another
investigation?
little nugget of information at the end.
None. Zero clue.
Not exactly. We have 2 clues.
2?
2 points of information. But they may not connect directly to the murders.
What are the 2 clues?
Point 1. This may be easier to see than explain. I sent a video to the boss's PC. Could you check there, please?
Why is the tree all wiggly? It's like there's a breeze. Why am I standing so
What's
far away from the
this?
computer?
It's from Sunday night.
Yes, after Date was beaten by Ota at Matsushita Diner.
Tessa, wait! I'll get the car.
Oh yeah, I remember. Tessa like walked towards me. She's gonna do something creepy. She's gonna do something creepy, isn't she?
You witch!
Oh no, she didn't walk
There,
towards me.
stop it. I noticed this earlier as well. Do you see the walk on the floor beside Iris and Mayumi?
Yeah, what about it?
Look closely. The bottom part is curved.
A reflection?
Do you notice anything in the reflection?
Iris and Mayumi.
Is Iris gonna be like smirking?
Yes. I have prepared an enlarged and processed version of the image.
Enhance.
Boss, the next video.
You witch!
Okay, so Mayumi has the knife.
You stay away from my boy!
Oh, is ASAP gonna take the knife?
Tessa! What's wrong? Did something happen?
No, everything's fine.
Okay, let's go.
Ota.
Hey, what's this?
Iris has the kitchen knife?
The video continues, but this should be enough. Iris took the knife and left the diner with Ota.
But if Ota's testimony is true, the polar bear had the kitchen knife.
Maybe it was taken off of Iris when she was kidnapped.
At the Femisto parking lot? Whatever, we can think about it later. You said you had 2 clues.
Yeah, what's the other one?
I have learned new information. More thorough autopsy results of Renju's body have revealed something.
What?
An object in his intestines.
Wait, what?
An object?
A clump of organic matter.
Excuse me?
Because it was partially digested, it took significant time to analyze.
Well, what was it?
An eyeball.
Shoko Nadami's eyeball.
What? What the hell? What the hell? Did he eat her eye, or did they force him to? Do things digest after you die still? What the heck? This game's messed up. Stomach acid is still stomach acid, yeah, so... So did the killer force him to eat the eyeball? Oh, it's unlocked! It's unlocked, the Hitomi route. The Hitomi route. Okay, let's try to remember what actually happened over here, though. Okay, so Iris was found dead. We found Iris dead over here. And then we have a Hitomi route. There's begin investigation and reopen investigation. Let's reopen. Okay, so we found Iris dead and frozen here.
Have you settled down? The scene is being inspected without you. This time the body didn't disappear. However, you lost consciousness. I didn't expect you to faint. Seeing that corpse must have been incredibly shocking.
Okay, so we would kind of need more information to figure out when it was ingested.
I did not predict you to be the fainting type. I suppose humans are unpredictable. Now that you're back, let's get back to business. You are conscious, are you not? Are you at a loss for words? Date, don't let negative thoughts consume you. Thinking that Iris died because of me. If I never took her to Ota's, this wouldn't have happened. If you truly believe that, then your brain is completely rotten. Or perhaps when you saw the corpse, your head became filled with images of blooming yellow dandelions.
What?
Oh, you're talking now. Was I correct? If you consider the situation logically, even an elementary school student would understand.
Huh?
Fine. Allow me to pluck some of those dandelions from your mind. I will ask 3 questions. Please answer honestly. First question. The cold storage warehouse was not in regular operation, but even so, the AC was on, and a minus 58-degree temperature was maintained. Why is that?
The dark blue ocean spreads out before me. A red barrier line wraps around the scene. I have a scene to my left. Ice cream?
Oh, I see you are back to making jokes. I am glad to hear that, but please stay focused.
Maybe the AC is broken.
So the on-off switch was broken, and they couldn't turn it off, right? But they could have shut off the electricity. I find it hard to imagine they would have left it running for no reason. The bills would have been expensive.
To preserve something.
To preserve something?
Yes. Let us move on to the next question. Second question. There was something strange about the corpse. Do you remember what that was?
She's missing an eye, she's got stab wounds, she's frozen. It was hidden in the engine compartment.
The culprit was afraid that the body would be discovered, so they hid it under the hood. But why there? The ocean is right here. If they really wanted to hide the body, they could have put weights on it and sunk it into the water.
But we do not know for certain that the culprit was attempting to dispose of the body. There is something more unusual.
I'm pretty sure it's because her right eye is missing instead of the left. It was covered by a cloth.
What is unnatural about that?
Isn't it strange? The culprit hid the body because they didn't want it to be found, but then they cover it with a cloth? That implies they thought that someone would eventually find it.
I explained earlier, the body may not have been hidden by the culprit. And even if they were responsible, it is not uncommon that murderers feel a sudden urge of remorse or pity for their victim.
So the cloth was a sign of pity?
That is a possibility.
It was completely frozen.
Iris's body was completely frozen. The temperature read -58. With Iris's weight... Just wondering, but how much do you weigh?
Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady that?
105 pounds.
I see. 105, huh? It should have taken about 18 hours to freeze solid. But we were...
Wait a moment. Before you draw your conclusion, allow me to ask my final question. Question 3. 2 days ago, Sunday night, you found a dead body in the cold storage warehouse. But afterward, you visited the Sagan household and discovered that Iris was in fact still alive. Why?
How could Iris still be alive? The corpse was a hallucination.
What I saw on Sunday must have been a hallucination. It was a dream.
No, Date. You're overthinking it. You saw the corpse, but Iris was alive, which means...
It's because I saved Iris and Somnium.
Because we saved her. We saved her and so Somnium.
Date, think logically. What occurs in dreams does not affect reality. And parallel worlds, that is even less possible.
But it is possible. I keep going into different timelines.
So if that's the case...
Yeah, I think it's twins, Flex, but... Iris is actually dead.
I see. I understand now. Maybe we're thinking about this all wrong. Iris isn't alive. She's dead. I saw the ghost of Iris.
Mr. Date, it's time for your medication.
Or what we saw was a robot. You mean...
You mean?
You've got it.
Either there's twins, or we saw a robot version of her. I bolt into the warehouse.
The right eye has been forcibly removed.
It was the left eye for Shoko.
The corpse is completely frozen. Getting a more thorough look would require removing the cloth. However, we would not want to be disrespectful. You can use a certain vision mode instead.
What are we looking for with the X-ray?
I don't believe it.
The stomach is swollen slightly. She appears to have been pregnant.
But what does that have to do with her coming back to life?
How?
Do not worry. The uterus does not contain a fetus.
What?
You mean after she was killed?
No. The fetus was not present in her body when she was killed. She must have been killed after giving birth. The distended stomach does not immediately shrink after birth. The expanded uterus takes some time to return to its normal size.
But how does that...
This evidence makes one thing perfectly obvious.
Was there a fake Iris? Someone was acting as like a decoy while the pregnant one was keeping her pregnancy under wraps?
This corpse isn't Iris. It's someone else.
Which means...
Iris is still alive.
Not necessarily. She could be alive. We haven't confirmed that yet. Multiple stab wounds with a single-edged, sharp object to the victim's back. Judging by the size and shape of the marks, the weapon was most likely a kitchen knife. This matches what you said on Sunday.
So this is the body I saw then. Is there an estimated time of death?
Impossible to determine. This body has been completely frozen for at least 10 years.
Excuse me? Is this Hitomi's friend that she mentioned? Hitomi mentioned losing a friend one time. You know what? Okay, this is Hitomi's friend. Iris is this lady's baby. Maybe. Maybe? She has pink hair like Iris. So maybe this is Iris's real mom? And Hitomi adopted her?
10 years? She was killed more than 10 years ago?
Exactly. Her identity is unknown. Her killer is also unknown. But there is one likely suspect.
Who?
Let's consider the clues. The scene. Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. Sunday night, we saw So here. And there is something else about So Sejima. We witnessed someone similar to Iris being stabbed repeatedly in So's Somnium.
But it wasn't Iris. It was this woman.
Okay, so killed this woman more than 10 years ago. Alright. So this woman maybe is So's lover? And he found out that she gave birth? Alright, she gives birth, and she gives her daughter to Hitomi to watch. And then she goes to confront So. and So is upset that she had a baby and kills her.
That is highly likely.
What we saw was So's memory from more than 10 years ago.
I believe that is the case.
But why would they put the body here now?
Iba, who is this?
Unknown.
A Jane Doe, but it's definitely not Iris.
Renju and So?
But we still do not know where Renju is.
That means that we need to talk to...
So Sejima.
A pitiful corpse. Just looking at her makes my chest hurt. Wasn't Date the kid though? You're right. That's true. Date did have a... Yeah. So Sejima's wife had Date 30 years ago, and she died during labor, supposedly. But then why does she look so much like Iris? It's just a coincidence? Mizuki and Ota kept searching for Iris, but unfortunately they didn't turn up anything. Iris's whereabouts are still unknown. I'm worried about her, but without any leads, we'd just be looking for her blindly. I should focus on the investigation for now. With that in mind, I headed to So's mansion.
I thought I told you never to show your face here again.
The Sejima residence. There's a small island in the center of the pond. A pond. Okay, I don't think we're getting dialogue. So is feeding the koi in the pond as usual.
I didn't come here for Shoko today. I didn't come here for Iris either. Instead, I'm here for a girl who looks like Iris. Did you kill her?
Date, look.
I knew it. You killed her, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've had enough of your shit, Congressman.
Yeah, So isn't dead in this timeline. It gets very confusing hopping between the
You
different
wanted to
timelines.
check on the body of the girl you killed.
So are they implying that body's been there all this time?
That's why you were at the cold
Or was
storage
it moved
warehouse
there?
2 days ago. Where is Renju Okiura? You know where he is, don't you? You were at an Okiura fishery warehouse for a reason. There's definitely a connection between you two. And that's not all. Number 89 called your secretary. The same number 89 that Renju escaped with. Now tell me, where is Renju?
Okay, so if that woman had her right eye missing, does that mean she's a victim of the original Cyclops killer? Suddenly, a gang of bodyguards stormed out of the mansion. In an instant, they surrounded me. Oh, hey Patrick! Welcome, raiders! Thank you for the raid, Patrick! Welcome, welcome! I'm Fangy. I'm a shape-shifting cryptid VTuber. We're playing a game called the Somnium Files. It's a very confusing murder mystery with some timey-wimey nonsense. What were you guys up to today? What were you working on? The bodyguards are reading.
We'd like to ask you to please leave.
We were just accusing this man of murder. Hey, JD lady, how are you? Your sound is not working. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully it was working when he was streaming.
Damn it, So!
There's nothing we can do. We did arrive without a warrant. We were technically trespassing. If he had called the police, we would be in a predicament. We would have been detained immediately. Who would look after Iris then? Do you intend to leave your responsibility with Mizuki and Ota?
Memory from Cats! Oh my gosh, I want to listen to it. I just watched Cats for the first time at the end of last year, I think. They were doing these free musicals on YouTube for a while. It was Andrew Lloyd Webber that was doing them. It was pretty nice. They would have a new one every week.
Calm down, Date. We still have our lead.
Oh yeah, that version of Phantom, yeah, it was good.
Lead?
You were watching them too, JD?
Before I explain, we need to discuss the corpse in the cold storage warehouse.
Cthulhu, thank you for the res. Oh yeah, I got a mechanical keyboard. It's very clicky-clacky, that's how I like them.
Let's give her a name. Because she is frozen solid, we could call her All Ice or Alice. What do you think? Alice and Iris. I believe it fits nicely.
All right,
Yeah,
Alice.
Team Clicky-clack.
What about her?
Someone might be able to identify her.
Who?
I think he told me.
Allow me to ask you 3 questions.
Again with this?
First question. You have seen this corpse more than twice. 3 times, in fact. When was the first time?
When was the first time we saw the frozen corpse? Okay. I hope Patrick has fun with his dogs. Okay. 2 days ago, Sunday night, yesterday, Monday night, earlier today, Tuesday. It was 3 days ago, Saturday night, right? It was Mizuki. In one of Mizuki's sinks, we saw the frozen woman under the merry-go-round.
3 days ago. Saturday night when I synced at Abyss.
Yes, in the Somnium world. We saw the frozen corpse of a girl. Question 2. Who is the girl?
Who was the frozen girl we saw in the sink? Alice?
Now I know. That girl was probably Alice.
Most likely, yes. So we have technically known Alice for 3 days. One last thing.
Who are we syncing with?
The final question. In which Somnium did we see Alice?
It was Mizuki's, right?
My roommate, Mizuki Okiura.
Exactly.
So Mizuki has gone to the fishery at some point and found the body, it seems like?
You mentioned something about Mizuki's Somnium being some kind of prophecy. But prophecies are nonsense. Dreams are not made of the future. They are made from the past. Therefore...
Mizuki has seen Alice before.
there is no other explanation.
Aiba, where is Mizuki now?
Where we went with Iris yesterday. Ikume Shrine.
The shrine? Why would she be there?
Unknown. She is supposed to be looking for Iris.
Okay, let's go.
Maybe Mizuki's helping her dad in this timeline. Oh, sorry, Alice.
Date,
Did you find Iris?
if I did, I would have told you already.
Right.
I'm gonna click on some things real quick, but it seems like we're in the clear here. Okay. Mizuki is standing up. Where's Ota?
I think he's searching Akihabara right now. Last time he checked in, he said he didn't have anything.
Okay, see ya, Flex. Thank you for hanging out with me for so long today. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Where's Renju?
I think Iris is with Renju.
With Daddy?
Yeah. Her note mentioned her most trusted person. That's probably Renju.
Yeah. I remember that mermaid girl saying something like that.
He was looking for Iris.
Does that mean that Daddy is the one who called for Iris?
Okay, so up until now we thought that Renju had possibly killed Iris in this timeline because we found the body. But maybe he actually is protecting her.
It could be. So I need to know where he is.
But I haven't been able to get a hold of him.
What are you doing here?
Iris used to like this shrine. She told me about all her memories here. We used to come here all the time. You know those steps in the front? We would sit there together and talk about things. Like what gluten-free means, and eyelash extensions, and aerial yoga.
Aerial yoga?
And we would talk about all our problems together. Sometimes we would talk late into the night. So I thought that maybe she'd be here, but it looks like I was wrong.
About Alice.
Mizuki, I have something very important to ask you.
I told Mizuki about the frozen corpse we called Alice.
You've seen her before, haven't you? 3 days ago, I saw her in your Somnium. The body of a girl who looks like Iris, Alice. Your dreams are built from your memories. So that corpse... Mizuki, please, answer me. Iris's life is at stake.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told Mizuki everything. About how Renju ran off with the assassin, number 89. How number 89 is connected to So Seijima. And that Seijima is linked to Alice's murder.
I need to know everything about Alice. If I find out who she is, I might be able to solve the mystery of Renju and number 89. And that might lead me to Iris.
Mizuki looked down at her feet quietly. I could see agony in her face. The silence lingered. Finally, she steeled herself, lifted her head, and spoke.
Okay, I'll tell you about Alice. It was about a month ago. I saw my daddy crying in the president's office at Lemniscape. I was peeking through a crack in the door so he didn't see me. Daddy got up, then got into his car and drove away. I had never seen him like that before. I was curious, so I followed him in a taxi. That led me to the cold storage warehouse. He got out of his car and went inside. I followed right behind him, quietly. Daddy was standing next to the forklift in the back. I hid behind a shelf. I watched Daddy open the hood of the forklift, and then, after a little bit, he left. I wanted to know what he was looking at. I went over to the forklift and I looked under the hood myself. And then...
You saw Alice's dead body.
But at the time, I thought it was Iris.
Did you talk to Renju about it?
What do you mean? I couldn't just ask. It would have changed everything. I thought that as long as I stayed quiet, everything would be okay. I didn't see a dead body. I wasn't even at the warehouse. I repeated that to myself over and over and tried to forget the whole thing.
Repressed memories are often the subject of somnia.
That's why Alice showed up during the sync.
Why didn't you call the police?
What was I supposed to do? Daddy would have been in trouble.
So you kept quiet this whole time?
Yeah.
And what did you do after that?
The corpse looked exactly like Iris. I couldn't believe she was dead. I just couldn't. So I went to Iris's house.
Huh? What's wrong, Mizuki?
Iris was alive. I thought I was going crazy or dreaming. I tried to convince myself that it was just a hallucination.
About Okira Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse.
I actually met with one of the higher-ups at Daddy's company last night, before I went to Matsushita Diner.
Why?
Because you asked about the cold storage. I was curious. I asked around some, and... I found out that Daddy was managing the warehouse before I was born. After my grandpa died, Daddy took over. In exchange for managing the warehouse, he gave ownership of the company to someone else. I guess he didn't want to let this place go. Or Maybe he couldn't let it go. That's more accurate, I think. But I understand why. Inside that warehouse was...
Alice.
On paper, Daddy has nothing to do with Okiura Fishery. Daddy was still managing the warehouse. And he was the only one allowed in there, too. That was part of the agreement when he gave up the company. And the whole thing had to be a secret. He really stressed that point.
How long was he managing the warehouse?
Hey, Mizuki, how long was he managing the warehouse?
For 18 years. That's what the man told me.
18 years? From that long ago?
Well, so 18 years ago, that's how old Asa is. So if the frozen girl's been there for 18 years, she could be Iris's mom.
Yes.
Iba, I need an emergency search. Missing persons from 18 years ago.
Understood.
Huh?
Date, I found her. The girl who looks like Iris.
What's her name?
Monica Ey. 19 years old at the time of her disappearance.
Monica Ey, that's the name that Hitomi mentioned, the friend she lost.
A graduate of Eitoku High School.
What?
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
So if Monica is Iris's mom, do we think the dad is Renju or so is Seijima?
When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Ey, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
Alice's Monica. Hitomi's friend who went to the same school as her and Renju. But why? Monica's body was found just now. But even back then, Hitomi knew. She knew that Monica was already dead. Iba, where is Hitomi right now?
At headquarters for questioning. MPD still believes that the body they discovered was Iris.
Got it.
Just Monica.
Contact boss. Have them bring Hitomi to Abyss.
Roger that.
Okay, so at some point, Monica was killed, and Renju and Hitomi covered it up for some reason?
You're awfully calm. You saw the corpse of your daughter today. You were called into the station to confirm her identity. And yet here you are, cool as a cucumber, even though you lost your precious daughter. Shall I guess why?
Monica's corpse was hidden under the This warehouse has been under Renju's management. Mizuki witnessed Renju checking on the corpse. This of course means that Renju knew about Monica.
Because that body isn't Iris, and you know it.
Are you serious?
Yes. Her name is Monica Ey. She was killed when she was 19. She went to the same high school as you, and she was your best friend. Isn't that right? Nothing to say for yourself? Hiding something? Maybe you killed her with Renju.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, now you're talking. But we know Renju committed a crime. Illegally disposing of a body, and we can prove it. The cold storage warehouse where the body was found. It's been managed by Renju Okiura for almost 2 decades now, and witness testimony proves that he knew about the corpse there. And if I'm not mistaken, you knew about the corpse too, Hitomi. You and Renju have been close since high school. It's not too much of a stretch to think that he told you about the body. And I remember you telling me once.
When I was young, I lost someone very important to me.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that she knew she was dead. Like, if one of your friends went missing, you'd still say that you lost someone.
Monica Ui, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
How did you know that she was dead?
I didn't.
Don't play dumb. I know you're hiding something. You know what happened 18 years ago. And you knew she was pregnant. You were her best friend. Of course you would have known. Tell me. Tell me everything.
Date, she's not going to talk.
Yes, sync
Sync
with
with
her.
her.
Date, I'm sure I've told you enough times by now, but please, come back within 6 minutes.
I can't promise you that, Pewter.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not coming back until I find something.
Date, you can't.
Why not?
You know why.
Because it will take over my consciousness?
Yes.
But if it's only a little...
No, not even a little. If the sync passes the critical point, the damage will be irreparable.
But what does that mean exactly?
I think it's already been done to me once. Okay, that's the creepy locker where sometimes I hear stuff. Are you two hiding something?
No.
I'm not hiding anything.
Then let's try it. Let's experiment with my mind. Then we'll know for sure what'll happen.
Fine. I'll just say it.
Yeah?
Pewter, tell him.
I'll just say it. Pewter, you say it.
Me?
You know more about it than I do.
Well...
Boss looks defeated.
Ask Pewter. He knows more about it than I do.
Pewter looks troubled. What happens after 6 minutes of sinking?
Well, first off, 6 minutes is not a hard limit. It could be 7, or even 8.
I don't care about the exact time. I'm asking what happens if you go beyond the limit.
Do you remember the story I told you about the egg?
Yeah, why?
If you imagine an egg as your consciousness, the yolk is what goes into the subject's brain. The white remains inside your shell. If you go beyond the limit, your yolk will not be able to return to its shell.
Because the subject's mind will start to take over the sinker's consciousness, right? I know that part already.
Indeed. But there's more to it. After the yolk is devoured, the egg white is brought through the machine next.
Huh?
And there's more. It's not just the sinker's brain. The same process eventually occurs in the subject's as well. In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced.
You know what, maybe that's why the original Cyclops killer went insane. Maybe I synced with him too long to get, evidence.
Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
The human brain has what can be understood as a memory limit. One brain can only hold one consciousness, and it can only contain one person's memories.
Anything else?
Now you know everything. Talk to the boss.
Why did you keep this a secret?
I was unaware of this as well. This information is not on any accessible databases.
We had to prevent the possibility that the system could be exploited.
Exploited? But...
Even if it wasn't you, someone else might try. We didn't tell any sinkers this, including you. Project Sync is a top-secret project. It's a matter of national security. Even sinkers are on a need-to-know basis.
So does someone else have my original memories? feel like it's related to number 89 somehow.
Think about it. What if you were kidnapped by bad people who tried to make you talk?
Bad people?
A criminal organization, spies from another country, those people. If you blabbed about Project Sync, the entire country might be at risk. You heard it from Pewter. The Sync machine isn't just for entering a person's somnium. It can also be used to swap bodies between two people. Imagine what this machine would be used for in the wrong hands. That's why I didn't tell you. We can't let this secret get out.
Swapping bodies between two people? Trading minds?
Remember what I told you earlier. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I got it.
Are you really okay?
I'm fine. Start it.
Understood. Let us begin.
Going back to Hitomi's house, or will we be somewhere else? A tree?
God?
I am the god of fire. I burn erotic books with my flames of red-hot anger.
My, how ruthless.
Ow!
Are you okay?
That hurt.
I'll let you read this porno mag if it'll make you feel better.
I will burn it.
We're in a
The
forest?
fog is making it pitch black.
A firefly!
The light over there. Is that a firefly?
I love fireflies.
Somnium scan. Activate.
Oh no, Will-O-Wisped. Don't fall for it, Iva, it's a trap. There's only 3 locks. Oh, 4, never mind. Reveal Hitomi's secret buried deep inside, sinking in the mountain. Is it a flower?
It disappeared?
No, wait. It might still be nearby.
It's an angler lure for an English fish. Get the flower bud.
A flower bud. I cannot identify the variety.
Smell, worship, figure out type?
I cannot identify the type of flower in this state. It appears to be some kind of lily. A flower bud.
Worship?
Worship it?
Yeah.
I will pray to it as though I am mourning the dead. It bloomed a little?
I don't know what caused it, but it's better than nothing happening.
Shake something? Rock 1.
A rock.
Kick, investigate, worship, lift. What is it doing over here?
But it's a rock.
Gods live in the rocks too, you know.
A rather Japanese way of thinking.
Just try it.
If you insist.
Hey, Dad.
And my wolf pack,
How was it?
it grew by
You've
one.
cleared your head, right?
Thank you for the 37 months. Thank you, thank you. How's your work today, Dad?
Yes. I now feel a sense of emptiness.
Guess it was a waste of time.
I do not want to hear that from you. A rock.
Lift it.
Do what?
Just try.
Mizuki could lift it, I bet.
Well, did you find anything?
No, of course not.
Boo. Okay.
5 minutes left, Date.
Hole in the tree.
A hole in a tree. I may be able to fit inside.
It's a secret hideout. I'm going in.
I cannot see anything. It is unnaturally dark.
Did you notice anything?
I did hear the faint
a gumbo,
sound of
thank
the
you.
wind.
It must be hollow on the inside.
I have yoga today, so I actually should be hydrated before I go.
A hole in a tree.
Ow! Yeah, sheep shifts too. This is fine. It's fine, don't worry.
I am not going to be eaten or anything, right?
It's fine, I'm dead. I'm just a little bit dead. It's okay, I'll come back.
Whoa!
Oh, she fell in?
I fell, but I am still in the forest.
It's darker than before.
What? Is someone there?
Hey!
That voice is...
Find out where that voice is coming from.
Renju, maybe? Doesn't it go in two directions? It's Renju.
Renju Okiura.
You can flirt with him. Let's talk to him.
Renju, what are you doing in a place like this?
He won't answer.
Not in a place like this, at least. Renju Okiura.
Inspect him.
He looks young, but this is definitely Renju Okiura as he appeared approximately 20 years ago.
That's a long time ago.
Renju Okiura.
4 minutes.
Alright, we'll flirt with him.
Yoo-hoo, Renju! Come get some of this. Come on!
Sorry, that was a
I
bad
was not
idea.
very good at flirting.
Don't apologize. This is Renju's fault for having bad taste. Renju Okiura.
Alright. Smack him.
This is for neglecting your responsibility to Mizuki, you coward! No use. I can't hit him.
This Renju is still a teenager. He wouldn't know Mizuki yet.
Alright, I guess we just leave him here. Keep going. We can find out what he's yelling at. Hole in a tree number 2. It's okay, baby. You're okay. You were dreaming, sweetie.
What?
Yeah, it's okay. You're doing the reverse sneezing. It's okay. Come here. It's okay. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. My dog gets something called reverse sneezing, where she'll kind of like
hole
make
in the
these,
tree. It
like,
looks about as
snorty
big around
noises.
as a soccer ball.
But it doesn't hurt them or anything.
I am not going to be sucked in, am I?
Thank you for the glub glub, Dad.
That's strange. It should have worked.
Did you want to see me get sucked in?
Yeah.
So that one didn't work.
A hole in the tree.
Let's tackle.
Understood. I will do my best.
Oh, something came down. A picture.
This is...
Renju, Monica, and Hitomi.
a picture of Hitomi, Renju, and Monica.
Everyone is so young. Hold on to that.
Three minutes, Date.
So I can't do anything else there. Can I do something with a picture in Renju?
Renju Okiura.
Show the picture!
Renju, look at this. Wait!
Renju, stop!
He's on the run. Wait, which way did he go? Here?
What is this hole? It wasn't here earlier.
We're going in.
Really?
Yes, really.
Yeah, go ahead.
Understood.
Oh, Forrest, thank you for the rose earlier. I didn't know you were lurking.
It's even more difficult to see now. Another voice? Monica! That's Hitomi's voice.
Where is she? Look for her.
Okay, so Hitomi and Renju were looking for Monica. So they're probably not the ones who killed her.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
There's Hitomi. It looks like I'm not supposed to interact with Hitomi, though.
Another hole in a tree.
I've been in
About
Wonderland,
as big
yes.
as a capybara, I estimate.
Those are pretty big.
Peek inside?
What is this? A web of some kind?
Well, it would have to be a spider web.
I have web on my face.
Okay, that was not
A hole in
productive. Tackle again.
Leave it to me. I will break it down. Date, perhaps we should pursue a more peaceful route.
Yeah, I agree.
A hole in a...
Scream?
Hitomi! Date likes Hitomi!
Hey, what are you trying to say? Hitomi won't remember this sink. But still.
That actually worked?
Hitomi stopped.
Where is she?
You have 1 minute left.
That's Hitomi.
In the past, I couldn't get her attention.
Hitomi? I see.
Well?
She dresses modestly,
but underneath she has a curvaceous body.
Good work, Aiba. That's good to know.
I feel like I need to find another picture or something to show her.
That's Hitomi. Hitomi, what are you doing here?
Guess she can't hear you. She looks like she's looking for something.
Yeah, I mean, that makes it seem like we're supposed to find something to
Dante,
show
you've got
her.
less than 30 seconds.
I don't know what, though. You're over there already. That's a barrier.
Time's up.
Flower. Maybe something under
Dante,
one of the rocks?
we can't! Time is up!
Damn it! Is it over?
We'll start with the first one. So this is the flower. And then we head to the tree. And we climb in.
A hole in a tree. I am not going to be... Whoa!
For some reason it won't let me fast forward through it though. Kinda weird.
I fell, but I am still in the forest.
It's darker than before.
What? That voice.
Find out.
Okay, and then Renju is to the left. We have to tackle the other tree.
A hole in the tree. It looked... Understood.
That gives us the photograph.
This is a...
Everyone.
Okay, take this back to Renju.
5 minutes left, Date.
Renju Okiura.
Show him the picture.
Renju. Wait!
Renju!
And we fall down the hole. Renju is shook. Where'd the hole go?
What is this?
Going in.
Yeah.
It's even more difficult. Another voice? That's...
Where?
Okay, we go to the tree. Just stop, he told me.
4 minutes.
Wait, here's the item.
What?
Hole in tree number 3.
Another...
Those are pretty big.
Alright, we screaming it.
Hitomi! Date!
Hey, Hitomi!
So that stops her, but she was looking for something.
Hitomi's...
It's probably gonna be by her, right? Maybe it's this rock.
A rock.
Worship it? Check it?
This is a simple rock, but...
Is there any kind of pattern?
No, there does not appear to be. A rock.
Worship it.
But it's... a rock.
Gods live in the rocks too, you know.
A rather Japanese way of thinking.
Just try it.
If you...
How was it?
Yeah,
Guess it was a
I do not... A rock.
3 minutes,
Take it.
Date.
No.
My foot hurts!
Sorry.
A rock.
She hasn't been able to lift any of the other rocks, but...
Do what?
Just try.
Just be safe.
Understood.
I mean, it's a little one.
Well, did you find anything?
No, of course.
Not little enough, okay. I guess we can also try the other Hitomi options.
That's Hitomi.
We tried hugging her. Let's try inspecting her.
Hitomi Sagan. Like Renju, this must have been approximately 20 years ago.
Something must have happened around that time.
That's Hitomi. Where?
Well, you could, touch her...
But in this somnium, she might be a minor.
her stomach. Test how soft her stomach is.
If you say so. I touched it.
So, what's the softness situation? Tell me.
It was soft. Nice and pliant. No noticeable abdominal muscles.
Valuable information indeed. Thank you, Aiba.
You old pervert.
Okay, so that's not working. What else can we look at?
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
A rock. This is a simple rock, but...
Is there any kind of pattern?
No, there does not appear to be.
Heck, I don't know what I need to do.
A rock. This is a
Is there any kind of...
No.
Maybe if I worship all 3 rocks?
A rock. But it's...
God's...
a rock.
Just try.
If you...
The power of the rocks will combine.
How was it?
Yes.
Guess it was a waste of
I do not...
Where's the other rocks? I think this one I already worshipped.
A rock.
Yeah.
A rock. But it's... a...
God's living...
A rock.
Just...
If you...
How was it?
Yeah,
Guess
Come
it was...
on. Oh, heck. Heck.
A hole in a... I won't get sucked in, right?
I think I peeked in last time. A bracelet?
A cord bracelet has appeared on my wrist.
Might be important. Hold on to it.
You told me I'm coming for you.
You have 1 minute left.
As soon as I remember what direction you're in. She's over here. Come on. Okay, take this bracelet.
That's Hitomi.
Show bracelet.
Do you remember this? Wait!
Follow her!
On it!
Oh, we still have one more lock. Oh, where's the
A large...
Go in.
If there is nothing left to do... Date, what is going on?
I don't know. It's pitch black. I can't see anything.
I see. Then it is not me malfunctioning.
Can you feel your way around?
I can try.
Date, you've got less than 30 seconds.
Cluster amaryllis.
A Lycoris flower.
I don't have time to do this. Grab it.
I feel a little awkward, but...
Nope.
It's useless. The roots must be strong. It won't budge. A Lycoris flower.
Well, this is our last try. Nope.
Nothing is happening.
That's to be expected, but still disappointing.
Date! Wait,
Yeah,
Damn it!
Okay guys, I'm actually gonna stop here because I have to head to my yoga class soon. I gotta take care of the doggo first to make sure she has her dinner. So let's see who else is on that we could raid. Thank you for coming by, everybody. I will figure out when I can play next. I think tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Mario Party with my friend Sunny. But I think we're getting pretty close to the end of this game, so we'll wrap it up soon. Alright, who's on? Looks like Akagi is streaming Escape Simulator. Like an escape room thing? Alright, we'll go raid Akagi and we'll say Cryptid Raid. Alright, bye everybody, have a good rest of your day, and thanks for coming by. I'll see you guys around.